Hey, welcome back to YouTube, okay? And welcome to California tax sales part 2, okay? So we're gonna get into this one right now. So we know in California is a tax deed state, okay? We know the fundamentals there. And tax deed state, what's gonna happen? You're gonna be bidding to own the property in the state of California, okay? Well, we also know that the 3 websites that they have are Bid for Assets, number 1, the Grant Street Group, number 2, and GovSE Auction, number 3, okay? And every county is going to decide where do they want to have their auctions, okay? And you as the tax sale investor, you got to do some research. You got to do some homework, all right, to find out exactly where they're going to be held, okay? Most of all the auctions we know are online, okay? So I'll give you the brief overview there, okay? So let's talk about how California works overall, okay? Well, we know Los Angeles County here, Los Angeles County, California, is the largest county in the state of California here, okay? Why do we have to know that? Because that's where the biggest population is, okay? And when you have a big population like that, that means that's maybe where one of the biggest demands are for properties, okay? Well, the smallest county in California is called Alpine County. A lot of people haven't heard of Alpine County, okay? It's more up in northern part of California. And the reason why we have to know this, okay, is we have to do some homework. We say, hey, where are the properties selling in the smaller county, okay? Are they moving a lot, okay? And this is important to know because sometimes there could be some great opportunities there, and sometimes there could not be some good opportunities. We have to know these basic fundamental informations. Also, we have to find out too is when you're talking about the largest county, okay, well, by population, that means there's a lot of cities in that particular county. And there's a lot of zip codes we mentioned too, a lot of zip codes. So the prices are gonna vary drastically, okay, by where the property is located, okay, in that particular county. One city houses could be going for maybe $3, $4, $5 million or higher, okay? And some other cities in the same county maybe only be going for $100,000, okay? So we got to really do some homework of exactly where do we want to invest in that county and have some knowledge there, okay? All right, anyways, also remember too, in Alpine County, okay, we know that Alpine County is the smallest county in California. Well, that means that how many cities are there? There may not be a lot of towns, okay? And we have to make sure that if we're gonna buy a property, okay, we've gotta make sure it's around, hopefully some people there, okay? Because you don't wanna possibly buy a property way out in Timbuktu, okay? And nobody wants to buy it, okay? Or nobody wants to rent it there, okay? And your market might be very small, okay? So we do have to do some homework, some knowledge, and that's important that we have to do, okay? And next thing we have to also know is that we also have to know about, is the population growing or not in that area, okay? Is the population growing in that area? Very, very important, okay? And California, okay, you've probably been hearing in the news briefly, the population's actually been decreasing a little bit, okay? That's not really good. But where is it decreasing? Is it decreasing as a whole state, okay? But maybe some other counties, the population might be increasing. There you go, all right? So we have to know all these facts and everything. And next thing we have to find out is when a property goes to sale, okay, here in California, because remember, we're gonna be bidding to own the property. We're gonna be bidding to own the property. So we've gotta understand that when the property goes to auction, we're going to own the property. So we got to really do a lot of homework. And that means that who lives at the property right now? Very important is, if we're going to go and look at the property, is the property occupied? Well, maybe sometimes we can't tell. But what could we do? Tell you a big tip. Call the utility company. Call the gas company. Call the electricity company. Call the water company and say, hey, I'm planning on moving into this house. Okay. Are the utilities on right now? And they'll tell you. They won't tell you who name's under or what the balance is or how much is owed. But they'll certainly tell you, yeah, the utilities are on or they're off. That's a good tip right there, okay? Because what? If the utilities are off, we have a better highly chance that, one, the property is vacant or empty, okay? Now, if someone lives there with the utilities off, well, that's advantage there too, because they're just basically just squatting, my opinion, okay? They don't really live there. They're just staying there, for free rent, okay? But anyways, that's my big tip. Check the utility companies to see, are the utilities on, okay? When you drive by and look at the property as much as possible. Next thing we want to do too is when you're driving by and looking at the property, try to look at how the neighborhood is, okay? How's the neighborhood over there? How's the condition of the property, okay? Because if your house is around all, say, industrial buildings, okay, well, that's not going to be that great for you to possibly rent it out or sell it in the future. But if your house is, I'll show you some of these here. You can see this here. You see this one here, right there, right over here. You see how this is like the end of the street cul-de-sac. You see how quiet it is here? Okay, right there. All right. Well, that's going to be very desirable, okay? Because the family can have their kids. And I'll show you this. You see the little, I don't know if you can see it or not. Right over there. You see that little basketball court? Basketball hoop right there, okay? Well, the kids can play their basketball right in front of their house. It's a huge advantage right there, okay, for that. Anyways, I hope I gave you some good information. This was on California, part 2, all right? And all of the tax sales, remember, they're coming up in 2024. We'll come up 2024. Check with the county, find out exactly when they're going to be having their tax sales in California here, okay? So, guys, remember, what's our motto? You're one step away from your dreams coming true in the tax sales. So, till next time, we'll see you then.